Hello friend, I am Naval. You are watching Code with Naval. In the last video we saw how to integrate Spring Security in a Spring Boot application. Last video we integrate a Spring Security in our Spring Boot project. In this video we will create one simple login form, and when we enter our credential, username, password and hit the login button, then only you can perform the employee CRUD operation. You can perform employee insert, update, delete, those operation. So how can we do that? For that, first of all we have to open our Angular application. You can see here, this is our Angular application. So first of all we have to create one login form. I'll not create a separate component for login. I'll put everything in a same component. This is not right way, I know that. In the next series we will create a separate component and we will perform the routing. This is a short series, I'll not do much more thing in here. Okay, let's create a here login form. Simply I'll create a new div. Inside that I'll create a login. Okay, let's create here div. Okay, this div is a, I'll simply add here star ng if login equal to is login. Okay, not equal to not is login. Okay, and the second one is the if login. Okay, I'll simply copy this, paste here, and I'll remove this. Okay, and I'll close this div tag end of the page. Okay, that means if our application is a login, then only show this CRUD operation content. If our application is not login, then show this login form. Okay, simply I'll copy this form and I'll paste. Okay, I'll copy this form. Okay, let's copy and paste here. Simply change here, change some content. Simply add here login form. We don't need a ID here. I'll simply remove this. We just need two things, username and password. We'll simply add here username. First field is a username and second field is a password. Okay, let's add here password. Okay, here also change employee name to username. I'll copy this username. I'll replace this employee name to username, and we are not creating a model for this username. I'll simply add here directly username. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. Here change password. Here also change password, and here also put the password. Okay, let's save this. We don't need this employee designation content or all this content. Okay, I'll simply remove this, and here instead of submit button, I'll simply remove this and I'll put here login button. Save this. This submit button is okay there, and I'll change this add employee to login. I'll simply add here login method. So we have to create a username, password and is login, these three variable inside app.component.ts. Let's create those. I'll simply create here is login equal to false. Initially it should be false. Then we have what is login, then we have a username and password. Let's add those. Name equal to empty. I'll simply add password equal to also empty. Okay, now there we create a method, login method. You can see here, when we hit the login button, that time this login method should be called. Okay, let's create here login. Okay, when we hit this login, that time this username and password should be print. I'll simply alert here, or okay, I'll simply console dot log. Okay, I'll simply print here username. You should know our username or password is getting or not. That's why I'm printing here this dot username, and the same this dot password. Okay, simply I'll copy password and this dot password. Okay, here add this dot password. Okay, let's save this. Let's check our application is open browser and check our application is working or not. You can see here, now we can see here login form, username and password. Okay, I'll enter any random value here. I'll simply add here any random value. Let's clear this console and I'll hit login button, and you can see here we got that random value. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll simply copy my previous project few services and I'll explain. Okay, I'll open that application. Okay, first of all I'll copy these two services authentication. Okay, I'll simply copy this and I'll paste here inside the services. I'll create one new folder auth and I'll copy those two services inside this. For that I want to reveal the explorer. Okay, and I have to paste here. Okay, inside auth I have to paste here those two services. Let's save this, close this. You can see we got those services here. And one more thing we have to add, intersector. Okay, we are using intersector. I'll simply copy that folder, my previous project. Here you can see we have a HTTP folder. I'll copy this folder and I'll paste inside the services. For that also we have to reveal the file explorer, and here we can paste that services and here we can paste that. Okay, HTTP. Let's close this also. I'll explain one by one. Okay, let's open auth. Here we have a basic authentication service. We don't need this. We have to put here data type any. Okay, here also any. Let's save this. We are not using this. Let's remove this and add here http://demo/. Okay, check our API is the same or not. That employee http://localhost. Okay, we have to do something like this. Okay, let's copy this and paste inside the service. Okay, I'll simply add here. Let's remove this quote. Save. You can see we are not getting any error now. Okay, I'll explain this. Let's import this service inside the app.component.ts, because we are going to use this method. Okay, let's import. So how can we import? We have to add that service inside the constructor. Okay, we have to declare here that service. I'll simply add here private auth colon. What is our service name? Our service name is a basic authentication service. Let's import that service and we can use that service inside the login. Okay, I'll simply add here this dot auth dot get. I'll check. Simply I'll go inside. You can see execute authentication. Our service name is a execute authentication. Let's use that service dot execute authentication, and we have to pass our username and password here. This dot username comma this dot password. Okay, simply pass those two things. I'll save. I'll go inside the authentication. Here you can see we got those two things, username and password. You can see here in a basic auth header string, here we simply append the string. Here we first add the basic, then plus Windows BTOA, then we pass username and password. What this BTOA done? This BTOA convert this string in a base64 encoder. Okay, that we got here. Then we here create a one HTTP headers. Okay, in that HTTP headers we pass simply authorization colon that particular basic auth header string. In that basic auth header string we append basic and username password. Okay, simply here we create a headers object, let headers. Okay, and we pass that header after our URL. Here we simply added our URL and then we pass headers. In a return there we get a data. We simply create a session storage. In a session storage we store authenticated user, and we store their username. Then we store a set token. The token is nothing but our string, our basic and then encrypted string. Okay, encrypted username and password we can say. Inside a token we simply store basic then encrypted username password. Okay, that we store inside the session storage. If I scroll down you can see here authenticated user. Okay, here we got the session. Here we simply call the session dot get item, and here authenticated user. Earlier you can see here we stored that authenticated user against this key authenticated user. Okay, we simply call this that in this method. Okay, this method is throwing error because we didn't define here any return type. Okay, simply add here any and error is gone. Here you can see in if condition this get authentication user. This condition is defined the user is authenticated or not. User is the login or not. If user is login, user is authenticated, then only return this token. Okay, then we have a scroll down. If I scroll down, then we have a is user logged in. This define the user is a login or not. Here we simply use a session storage dot get item authenticated user. If this get item this authenticated user will get, then only user is a login. Okay, that means user is a login. Inside a session we have a username, that means user is a login. Then we have, if we want to log out, simply when we hit the logout button, that time this method called logout and session dot storage dot remove item. This simply remove the existing item, remove this authenticated user and token from the session. I scroll down and we also got alert user logged out, and here we simply created authentication bean alert messages, and here we simply add the message. You can see here when we call here this particular API, that time return value should be inside, return value stored inside the authentication bean. Okay, let's save this file, and one more file we copied, this HTTP intersector service. I'll explain this one also. Don't need this basic authentication. I'll simply remove this and I'll simply again add this service, control shift. Okay, save this. You can see interceptor basically what do, whatever request came, whatever request API call, those all API come inside this intersector. In this intersector bind something like whatever you want to. In this scenario we bind headers. You can see, I'll explain this line. What say HTTP request, any request. Okay, all requests come inside this intersector before the execution. Okay, and here we simply call let basic header string and this dot basic authorization string get authentication token. Here we simply get the token from where basic authentication service. You can see here basic authentication service, this file. Here we simply call the get authentication token, and what we got from here, this authentication encrypted token. Let's open this HTTP intersector. You can see here in HTTP intersector, in the first line here we got that token, in the second line get authentication user. Okay, here we got that authentication username. Okay, then if you have a both thing, if you have a token as well as username, then execute this if condition. In this if condition, what we perform, we simply here create a request object equal to request dot clone. We simply create whatever request we are sending, we clone that request object and we append this thing. What is this? We simply set the header for that particular request. Okay, set header authentication, and here we define a basic header string. Inside a basic header string we have a username password token. Basically what is the use of this file? Whatever request, we are not putting in every request header. We don't want to put every request header. Okay, simply for that what we do, we create a one separate file, http intersector. This file is responsible to add a header. We are not going to add a manually header. You can see if we don't use this file, then we have to add everywhere header, but we don't need to add everywhere header if we use an intersector. Okay, let's save this file and I'll try to done this execution. Okay, now here we have to add a subscribe. Here we have to subscribe this method. I'll simply subscribe. Okay, and here I'll add data. Okay, an arrow function. If user is authenticated and successfully login, then call this block data, otherwise call this error. Okay, error. I'll simply add this way, error. Add here comma. If successfully login, then call this data block, otherwise this error block. Okay, when our successfully login, then we have to do is login is the true. Okay, I will simply add here this dot is login equal to true. Okay, simply add this is login equal to true. And one more thing I have to do, I have to print here message alert user is a logged in, user is logged in, user is a login. Okay, simply, and if wrong authentication, then we have to print here alert not login. Okay, save this and let's try this, it will work or not. I'll simply go to here, I'll refresh, I'll put the random, I'll simply clean this console, I'll put here random text and hit the login button. You can see here we got not login. Okay, in this time I'll simply I'll simply put the right credential. What is our right credential? Username is null and password is also null. Okay, let's hit the login button. Let's wait. You can see again we got the not login because we didn't start our backend service. Let's start this backend application, our Spring Boot application. I'll simply start this application. Now you can see our backend application is login successfully. Now let's try one more time. Okay, I'll simply hit the login button. You can see here we got user is a login and our employee CRUD operation is also open. Now I have to add here one logout button. Okay, I'll simply add here one logout button, and you can see if I open a application, in application here session, you can see here authentication user and token, these two things we stored inside the session. Okay, if I open application, inside the application, if I scroll down a little bit, you can see here we stored session storage dot set item, session storage dot set item. Here we store key is the authentication user and value is the username, then key is the token and value is that particular encrypted token. Okay, let's open a browser. You can see here key value like this way. Now I have to add here logout button. Let's add that logout button. I'll simply open this HTML file. Where is our app component.html file? Let's open. Is login. I'll simply add here same. I'll simply copy the same button. I'll simply add here and add here br tag. Okay, one more br. Okay, and I simply add here logout. Okay, also change the text logout. I'll simply change this logout. Save this. Create a method, logout method. I have to create this method. After login, I'll create here logout method. Logout. When we perform a logout, at that time our session should be clear. That's why I'll use this dot auth dot. Okay, we have here logout method we created already inside this service. I'll simply show you. Here you can see logout method, and what inside the logout method, simply remove the item from session. Okay, session storage dot remove item, the authentication user and token, those two items should be removed when we execute this logout method. Okay, let's open app component.ts. This method should be logout as well as, in our case, as well as, let's check, is login flag should be false. Okay, is login. Okay, is login equal to false. Okay, let's save this and let's check what we got. Refresh this page. Remove this session from token. Then refresh this. I'll simply add here null, and I'll show you one more thing. I'll simply clear this console also, backend console also. I'll here password also add null, and I'll hit the login button. You can see immediately those two those two things added inside the session. Okay, let's hit the OK button. And if I open my backend application, you can see here my user password. Here this security file is also executed and it's authenticated the user. Okay, let's open this browser. Okay, here we got the logout button. When I hit this logout button, you can see immediately session item removed, and as well as we got the logout button, logout. Okay, alert, and immediately our application, or we can see here login form. Again we hit the login button. You can see immediately added those two things in a session. Okay, let's click the OK. You got this page. Okay, in this way we can perform a login, or we can say authentication operation using Spring Boot and Angular. And one more thing, when we use a HTTP intersector, then we have to define that HTTP intersector inside the app.model.ts. I'll simply add that. Here you can see I'll simply add that in my previous project. In a provider we have to add that, and I'll explain. Okay, let's copy this. I'll simply add there in our project inside the provider. Okay, simply paste here, insert. Okay, import those two things, HTTP intersector as well as HTTP intersector service. Okay, let's save these two things. Here you can see we enable the HTTP intersector, as well as we use a class for that HTTP intersector service. That is our HTTP intersector service class name. And multi-colon true, that means for a multiple request we are allowing to add this intersector. Okay, for every request we are allowing to add this intersector. I am planning to create a one whole series. In that series I'll explain each and everything in detail. Okay, for this video that's it. Okay, let's bye bye.